Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Big T Anderson and today we're doing Cold Water by maddiemaki. Now, if you're new here, let me explain. I'm just reading it. Maddiemaki is the one who wrote it. This is obviously from the Avatar fandom. Well, obviously, not obviously, I should say. Sorry, the caffeine's starting to kick in. But this is from the Avatar fandom as we're doing Avatar and Korra this month. And if you enjoyed the fan fiction, hit the links down below, give the author or the fan fiction itself a good review, some thumbs up, some love, whatever you want to call it. You know, positive reinforcement works well when it comes to writing. And with that, let's jump right in. This is Cold Water. I still can't believe you don't know how to swim, remarked Sokka. He and Toph were sitting on a grassy bank, sloping down towards a lake in which Aang and Katara were playing in, messing around with their water bending. They decided to stop for the day to give Appa a break, as they had been flying for 3 days straight. Sokka squinted up at Toph from his position lying in the grass. He'd taken off his clothes and was left in his sarashi. Toph was in her undergarments too, but she hadn't gone near the water. It's like you're traveling with two waterbenders and a guy from the water tribe, and you don't even know how to swim. Sorry to disappoint, Snoozles, but I didn't grow up on a giant glacier. The South Pole isn't a giant glacier, and besides, don't you want to be able to swim? He retorted. Toph could sense that Aang and Katara were giggling and splashing each other like idiots. Even Appa and Momo were cooling down in the water. She heaved a sigh. I guess so. Great! Sokka leapt to his feet. I can teach you. Whoa. Toph got up. Why you? Why can't Twinkle Toes or Sugar Queen teach me? 'Cause I'm the best swimmer, right, Katara? Katara glanced distractedly at her brother. Oh yeah, sure. See? Still unconvinced, Toph folded her arms and shrugged. I guess it wouldn't hurt to try. Okay, I take it back, screamed Toph, clinging onto the rock, legs flailing. No way am I going in there. Sokka huffed. Well, to swim, you do need to be in the water. Just teach me while I sit on the ground. Sokka smacked his face with his palm. Toph continued to doggedly scrabble at the rock, refusing to go in the water, which was just one huge blind spot for her. Trying out a different approach, Sokka held Toph's hand. Look, I'm not going to let you drown. In a daze from the crazy feeling of Sokka's hand entwined with hers, Toph croaked out, okay. She internally kicked herself. She was Toph Beifong. What was she doing getting all blushy over Meathead? But Sokka had already pulled her into the cold water, his hands already holding her upright. Underneath her armpits, he backed up until they were both fully submerged. Okay, try kicking. Kicking? Toph brought her knee up to her chest and flung it out wildly. Like that? Less jerking, more like... Sokka guided her leg into a proper swimming kick. Yeah, more like that. Toph copied him, kicking frantically. So can Katara. Katara yelped in displeasure as Toph continued to splash her. Hey, I kinda like that. Toph! After 10 minutes, Sokka had Toph treading water and managing to stay afloat. Toph whooped, taking pleasure in splashing everyone and everything. Look at me, I'm swimming! Sokka shook his wet hair out like a dog. I'm starting to regret teaching you. Toph held out her hand. Just pull me up, meathead. Sokka did so, and just then Aang asked, So, how's your date going? Both Toph and Sokka's mouth dropped open, eyes bugging out of their heads. Sokka dropped Toph with a crash into the water. She came up spluttering and treading. Oi! You weren't supposed to drop me, moron! Sokka was oblivious. Date? He bellowed, making Momo wake up and scamper away. What do you mean, date? Aang blinked awkwardly. Oh, you mean you were not on a date? Katara said you were. We should give you some privacy. Toph and Sokka turned to glare at the waterbender. What? You look like you were. How was I supposed to know you weren't? Date! Screeched Sokka, which seemed to be the only word he could form. He waved his arms around frantically. Date? Toph socked him in the arm again. Is there a problem with me? Date! Sokka repeated incredulously. That's what Aang said. Sokka shook his head from side to side like he was trying to get water out of his ears. Toph scowled from her position on the bank. What's so bad about us being on a date? We weren't! You think I don't know that, Snoozles? Katara nudged Aang. Back away slowly, she whispered. Aang nodded in agreement, and the two started to creep away. Realizing his error, Sokka quickly said, No offense, Toph. Sokka paddled up to her and took a seat next to her. I'm a good teacher, huh? You're okay. You're okay, too. Toph raised her eyebrows and Sokka flushed her brilliant scarlet. Okay student, I mean. Sokka thanked the spirits that Toph couldn't see him blush. Gee, thanks. You're welcome. I was being sarcastic. Well, so was I. They sat in silence for a few moments until Aang yelled from across the lake. Are you sure you're not on a date? Okay, and that was Cold Water by maddiemaki. Maddiemaki. Maddie. You know, sometimes I butcher the names. Just tell me which way after the 8,000 ways I've tried to attempt it. So, this is more fluff, which I like fluff. Fluff has reasons for being there. Fluff is, you have a hard day, you go back, you read it, it's like, I feel better, I don't want to like lariat something into the next time zone. That's what fluff does, and it's good. Anyway, if you enjoyed the fanfiction, please hit the links down below, give the author some love, or give the fanfiction a good review. If you liked how I did it, leave a comment here. Once you hit another fanfiction after this, enjoy some of the variety we have here. I'm always building. And you guys have a good one. Ta-ta for now.